Hello everybody and welcome back to JoDee Jean's Kitchen. Today we are going to make a zucchini bake with meat sauce, and it is quite a lot of prepping, but much less so than lasagna. We are going to do this for the keto friendly version and the one with noodles in it. So what we're going to first do is, I've done probably 7 sample recipes on this, and if you don't do the zucchini first and let it dry out a little bit, every version was watery. So we're going to start over here with the zucchini and just take the ends off of it and get your desired thickness. I'm using, I guess it's like a 1/4 inch, probably like that. And then you just get them all down on the mandolin. Don't do this at home. Make sure you use the guard for safety. But I don't have a guard. I lost it a while ago. So, any of them get stuck, just take them out. And I like to get the ones that are a little bit bigger round, but not too big. All right, so the first thing is you need to line up all of these on paper towels. This is the key to making this delicious. If you do not do this, it will be watery and it'll look like soup, because I've done it 4 or 5 times and it didn't work out well. So just get them all out like this. And then the other thing that we're going to do, I think I need a few more, is we're going to salt this. And don't worry, it's not going to make anything salty. We're going to salt this. So after you lay these out, we're going to put another pan over top of it after we salt it. And I think that's going to be enough. And don't worry, like I said, it's not going to be salty. It will literally just pull the water out of these. So then put this over top of there, just to give it a little weight. We're going to weight that down. And then just let it sit. Now we're going to start on the stuff for the sauce. And do onions and meat in a different, just because it's going to be faster that way. I'm going to do some garlic here. Let me get this out of the way. And it's 2 pounds of meat, because we're also going to do leftover, show you what to do with some leftovers. Because while you're making it, you might as well make enough to make another meal. And then you can do stuffed peppers or some sort of, put it on a salad, anything like that. Or even like your version of a sloppy joe. All in, get my little garlic guy here. And if you don't have one of these nifty little things, you can get one of these on the Amazon, and it takes all of the work out of the garlic and the touching. Although Sheila did show us how to get that off her hands. All right. So let me put this in here. All right. And these pans get hot fast. So olive oil is, of course, what I'm going to put in here. And this one. That. You're going to put your 2 pounds of beef over here. And that's going to start to get brown, so pull it off just for a minute, because this stove is very, very fast. And then I'm going to use a purple onion for this, because I like them so much. I'm a little messy. The sizes aren't really, it doesn't really matter what size it is. However you want it. If you want it chunky in your zucchini bake, you can have it chunky. We're going to do like little squares. Yeah, and that, my stove sings to me all the time. And in there, we're going to put a little Italian seasoning, a couple of those pieces. See that right there? We're going to get that out of there. He got a little crispy. That's what you get when you have the induction oven that's on fire. All right, Italian seasoning, dash of that. A little bit of butter. And then we're just going to let this cook down. I don't know why this isn't turning on. Oops. I don't know how I got all that in there. Not that it's going to hurt anything, but. All right. Cooking this down. This beef is going to grind fairly fast, especially on here. And we're going to season this with some red pepper flakes. Not a lot. That's probably like a teaspoon. A little bit of garlic salt. And then, where's mine? Just a little bit of salt. Because you got 2 pounds of beef here, and about half of this is going to make your little metal thing right here. We're going to do one of these and just kind of layer it. Now that that's cooking, we're going to start working on the filling. We're going to use just a little bit of ricotta in each one. And it's easy. I'm going to put this in a bag with a little bit of seasoning, Italian flakes, some garlic salt, and then we're going to mush it around, like mix it. Saves on the bowl. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to kind of cut it in, kind of like a pastry bag. We're going to make it out of this. And then we're going to shoot it in between the layers. Just a little bit, because if you put too much of this, it'll tend to make it watery. And that's the big fallback that I've had in making this, is it does get watery. And you don't want that. It's not as good. So the beef is browning up nicely. We're going to take the onions out in just a minute when they cook down a little bit more, and then we're going to strain them. We have to get all the juice off of this, because remember, the zucchini is quite watery. Oh, and we forgot the pepper. I'll be right back. I like to put a pepper in there to give it some crunch, because you want the crunch of the zucchini, the crunch of the pepper, and you can use any pepper that you want. I like the orange. It's a little bit sweeter. So just cut this up. Get that out of the way. And you do want to put it in there towards the end, because you want it to stay crunchy, because these cook really fast. So just dice it up. Try to shake the seeds out. And don't use the white part in the middle. It's kind of bitter. I might need a sous chef. So the plan is, when you get home, you do your zucchini, and you get it working to get the moisture out. Go ahead and preheat your oven. Once you get all this in the oven, it's only going to take you like 15 to 20 minutes to incorporate it all together, where the cheese melts inside of there. because everything that's going in there is going to be hot. So it's a perfect dish, especially if you have little helpers in the kitchen that can help you cut up things. And then it's a good way to get your kids cooking with you. You know, show them how to do it, show them how to use a knife properly. I think all children should learn how to cook. I learned how to cook from my grandmother when I was growing up. And she would teach me how to make a bean anyway, whether it's green beans or pinto beans, cornbread, all that stuff. So I'm a firm believer in throwing things out of the pan. No. Firm believer in getting the kids in the kitchen early. All right. So now we're almost done with the meat. So I'm going to put the sauce in the pan with the vegetables. After I give them a strain. I lost the strainer. It is definitely somewhere. All right. Meat's almost ready. Well, there's not really anything in there. If that's all you have in there, you don't need to strain them because there's not very many in there, but very much juice. Those peppers and stuff soaked it all up. No. This is just tomato sauce that is tomato, onion, and garlic pasta sauce. Nothing fancy, doesn't have to be expensive. Of course, you may make your own, but that's not this show. And it only has 10 carbs for half a cup. So this is definitely a carb-friendly meal and a delicious meal for everybody else in your family that is not doing it. So once again, the plan is to be able to all eat together. All right, almost done with that. Now we got to go over here and check our zucchinis and see how they're doing. All right, we're going to start building this deliciousness, and you can see how the paper towel is damp on both sides. That takes out a lot of it. And then, like I said before with the salt, see, we're going to go back here and dab this. Kind of hard, as you can tell, I'm pushing pretty hard. See all the moisture in there? You don't want that in there at all. And if you need to let it sit more, let it sit more. Trust me, it's not going to hurt it. It's just going to get more of it out. All right. Meat's ready. All right, get your pans. Spray both of your pans. Remember, easy cleanup, but these are going to be thrown away anyway. Get your pasta. Here it is. All right, we're going to put that in a bowl or on a plate so I can work with it. All right. And I did pre-cook this. You could have done it while you were doing all the other stuff, but it produces a lot of steam. Okay. About to whip this together. Now I'm going to take the meat. Make sure you strain the meat because remember, we're trying to avoid extra moisture. So get all that out of there that you can. Okay. And then put this over here. And see how simple this is? We're just whipping it together. I mean, it hasn't even been 13 minutes, actual minutes. Of course, messy Marvin's in the house. So, put that together. You can smell it. It smells delicious. And see how chunky it is? This is good because, like I said, you wouldn't believe the amount of moisture that's going to come out of that zucchini. And then on your second day, when you're going to make something with this, it's going to be nice and thick, and you can do with it what you want. All right, so now we are going to start assembling our little things. you put zucchini on the bottom, and do you see the moisture? It's already back out on there. We're gonna dab that one more time. Okay, so one's pasta, one's not pasta. And all you do is take your little zucchinis and line them up like this. And then take your other zucchinis, just like that. And then you're gonna do a sauce layer in both of them. No, let's do cheese. And you can change your mind at any time. But you never have enough cheese. And everybody can eat that. It's either keto or not. So do your layer of cheese, just like that. And I love these pans because it just seems everything fits perfect. You always have the right amount of cheese, space. All right, now dish this on here. And I wish you could smell this right now because it smells fantastic. You can even smell the Italian seasoning, even though it's not fresh. Okay. Now on this one, this is the pasta one. So we are going to put down a layer of pasta for the pasta folks. And then another layer of cheese on that. And push it down because it is a little fluffy. Another layer of cheese on here. And then we're going to go back with our zucchini on each one. And then we are going to put our other layer of yummy cheese on top of there with our little piping bag. And you can make this larger or smaller. We're just doing two little sets here because like Burger's not home and it's just a couple of us here now. Just squeeze. See how easy that does? And you can also do this trick with sour cream when you're making baked potatoes or doing tacos. It's just a neat little trick to get everything evenly on there. Save this for tomorrow because remember you're going to make something else with that tomorrow. All right. Now, I'm going to go in here with meat. One more meat layer. And you ever heard the story where you run out of pan? I'm going to show you a little trick for that too, because we're about to run out of pan. So take the sides and push them up like that. And that's a little fluffy. So yummy, yummy. Load that on there. Like I said, if you could smell this now. And then top it off with cheese. Need to get two more for that one. And then you pop it in the oven for, I would say, 30 minutes at the most. Get until it's bubbling. And that is that. And we will be back for the finishing touches and a little summer salad to go along with this. So we'll see you in a few. Thanks.
Everyone's doing it. Follow your neighborhood network on social media. See news live as it happens. See more local content. Your neighborhood network proudly serving Martinsville and Henry County.
Are you looking for great food and entertainment? Ippy's Restaurant is the place to be. We have been serving local communities since 1919 with made-from-scratch entrees and specialty dishes like our famous Oyster Rockefeller, smoked prime rib, and hand-carved filet mignon. We have a great selection of menu items that are all made to order for your everyday dining or special occasions. We also offer private rooms, catering services, and have a wonderful assortment of local bands that play in the lounge. Ippy's Restaurant and Lounge, 1760 North Main Street, Rocky Mount.
JoDee's Kitchen is brought to you in part by the Harvester Performance Center. World-class entertainment year-round. Harvester Performance Center, downtown Rocky Mount. Visit harvester-music.com.
Everything we have is right here in town. If we don't have it at this location, we have several other stores that we are definitely in communication with, of which, myself or anyone would be happy to drive, no matter the distance, to get what exactly you're looking for, whether it be a color or a case or a phone. Well, the great thing about us is we're current members of the Chamber of Commerce. A lot of our employees are local. We've been here, we're from here, been here 7 years and established a great relationship with the community. So we look forward to serving the community and actually being an impact in the community. People come over every day. They want to stop in to Kroger and pick up a few things, or right next door to our One Main Financial location, or even Suntan City, people who come over for their everyday needs. So it's definitely a high volume, just for convenience alone. You pop over to Kroger and get gas, or you're going to stop by, your local restaurant down the street and get a bite to eat. We're right there within arm's reach of it all.
You've got it all at your fingertips. Video, email, music, and now BTW21, your neighborhood network. The all-new BTW21.com. Local news at your fingertips.
Welcome back. We are going to finish up our wonderful zucchini bake with pasta and without pasta. And our mascot would like to come in to see what we do at the end of this. So we're going to let him in because he's our little mascot in here, isn't he? Yes. That's Buddy. All right, we're going to dress this up. Let that sit for just a couple minutes. And then we're going to whip up a wonderful salad. So I always start with the field greens. I love them. Can't say enough about how much I love them. And we're going to put some fresh snapped peas on there. Let me move that out of the way so you can see what I'm cutting. Just cut them at a little angle. Sprinkle them on there. And we're going to add a lovely avocado and purple onion. Get that off of there. Doesn't look so fresh. And I'm going to do just slivers like this. Kind of thin. That should be enough. Sprinkle it over the top also. Some cherry tomatoes. These are my favorite. They're always nice. I always have a jar of them sitting around the house, and they just eat them like candy. It's better than eating candy, so put that on top. some bacon bits, and I did not make bacon bits from scratch today, but these work in a pinch. Then we're going to slice a beautiful avocado. And for you, those of you who do not know how to do this, you run the avocado, and if you want to do little cubes, you can do cubes, or if you want to do slivers, like little slices like this, you go like that. And so we're going to do both. We're going to do cubes, just to show you. Run it this way. Be careful not to go through the backside. This Cutco will go right through it. Just like that. All right, so we're going to take our spoon and come inside of here and see how see how nicely they come out? Put them on there, spread them off a little, and then you have the slices that you can fan out, just like that. There you go. And I have been stuck on the Zesty Italian because it has olive oil, water, the Zesty Italian mix. You know, it's good for you as opposed to some of the dressings. And then we're going to put some of this on there like that. A little bit of you. You can also add some balsamic vinegar. I love that stuff too. Some fresh grated Parmesan Reggiano. Could never hurt this salad. And you can put some croutons on there if you'd like. Just get it all on there with that fresh avocado. Yum. So there is the salad. Now we are going to go in for the zucchini bakes. Now, this one we know is the one with the pasta, so we're going to dish that one up first. Actually, we're going to try that one because I want to try that one first. Oh, that looks good. Do you see all that cheese? Of course, that might not be so pretty getting on there. But it's going to be delicious. There you go. Get all this on there. That provolone, definitely. A little bit of that Havarti on the top of it. And, of course, you know, we're going to go on top of this with some Parmesan Reggiano. Make it all delicious. There you go. And I am going to get a spoon and try this. Now, don't forget, there's many ways you can change things up like this. By adding or taking away things, you can put mushrooms in it, however you want. Wow, that's really good. Try this one. It's easy. Get your kids involved, get your family involved. Teach them how to work in the kitchen. And don't forget to ask any questions at jodee.jeans@gmail.com or call me at Ippy's Restaurant. And we look forward to you seeing our next show. Thank you so much. Are you looking for great food and entertainment? Ippy's Restaurant is the place to be. We have been serving local communities since 1919. With made-from-scratch entrees and specialty dishes like our famous Oyster Rockefeller, smoked prime rib, and hand-carved filet mignon, we have a great selection of menu items that are all made to order for your everyday dining or special occasions. We also offer private rooms, catering services, and have a wonderful assortment of local bands that play in the lounge. Ippy's Restaurant and Lounge, 1760 North Main Street, Rocky Mount.
Everyone's doing it. Follow your neighborhood network on social media. See news live as it happens. See more local content. Your neighborhood network proudly serving Martinsville and Henry County.